Welcome to Backyard Plinking. My name is Charles, and yeah, I know, been a little while. My yin and my yang were whatever. Plus the fact that you do stuff like this, you're kind of beholden to Mother Nature. It's been rough in Florida for several days now. Anyway, I digress. Today we got one CO2 BB only. It is from UMAREX, but it's under the BERETTA license. Now, it is a blowback. Obviously, the last round will lock the slide back. Safety is here. The trigger pull on here is not too awful bad. It's a little stiff, but you get used to it pretty quick. Small enough back strap and grip that even a younger individual, you can get a hold of it. Front and rear both dotted when you take it out of the package. 20 round magazine. Yeah, one of the little things where you have to pull a slide down, so that loader comes in handy. You can find these things on the shelf for anywhere from 45 to 60 bucks. It just kind of depends on where you look. CO2 does come, it's a little keyway or a key turn at the bottom. Loads in right there, pops right out. And because it is UMAREX, it pretty much hits where you aim it. Now, while we're on the subject, I've probably forgot to tell you this, but if I read all this stuff right, UMAREX has a license with a lot of different people. Beretta, I mean, you've seen some of the stuff that, I always tell you this is from UMAREX or whatever, because they have a strict licensing agreement. They've got one secured with Glock. Interested to see how that turns out. Anyway, back to our little buddy here. This thing runs out about 385 feet per second, they say. And the little 20 round magazine is actually more rounds than you think. Almost gave up on the peeps. Yeah, somebody has suggested, said, well, it's Easter and whatnot, use some peeps. So I did. They absorbed it pretty good, but I got some drying in the sun. We're going to see how brittle we can get them. Let's take a couple more shots. Now, some of the blowbacks that you see me show, there's a lot of jump that's in them when they come back. This one, not so much. It's pretty subtle. The first couple of rounds when you put the CO2 in there, you can really tell. I stand by what I've always said. Now, something like this right here, this would be a great trainer for somebody. You know what I'm saying? To teach them how to clear cover, to the simple motions, the safety aspect of it. And a lot of the stuff that's out there, that more and more, it's hard to tell the difference. So you always have to be careful. Treat it just like you would a modern firearm. Whether you're shooting it or in public. Very important. Ironically enough, and I mean ironically enough, I forget where it was. Somewhere here in the state of Florida, in some of the storms we've had over the past 5 days, they reported golf ball size hail. The ironic part was it was at a golf course. Can't make it up. It just happens. But whether it's at your favorite retailer or sporting goods store, you can find these things. They're not hard to run across. You know, a lot of people are thinking, why am I going to spend that extra money, you know, for a blowback or whatever? If you're just plinking around in the yard in the afternoon, I mean, it's fine. Once again, the training aspect of it, when you get used to that movement where every time that you squeeze the trigger something happens and you kind of have to readjust yourself a little bit, that just makes the next trip to the range or wherever it is that you go, makes it a little easier. You kind of get used to the motion. Let's see. Let me get one of the spoons. Nope. One over there. Anyway, BERETTA APX from UMAREX. Very nice. I think I'll keep it. Till next time, my name is Charles. It's been Backyard Plinking. Very cool.